hoping that the guards would mask the problem, but all they did was put a bad makeup job on it. Right now, Chicago fans are going to have to be patient. And I'm seeing a lot of people saying that, you know, I can't wait till Angel gets out of Chicago.
Do you know that coming into this game, the Chicago Sky didn't have a single player averaging double figures? How the hell does that even happen?
Caitlin Clark, I love her too, y'all. She's a baller.
When Kamilla Cardoso was directly asked who the brightest future star in the WNBA is besides herself.
When Kamilla Cardoso was directly asked who she believes the brightest future star in the WNBA is besides herself, she didn't hesitate for a second and confidently answered, Caitlin Clark, as if stating the obvious as water is wet. Meanwhile, her teammate Angel Reese has been making headlines for how she can single-handedly disrupt an opposing team with her on-court antics and game-changing performance. Cardoso's body language has been speaking volumes, loud enough to rival a fire alarm at 3 a.m., revealing the underlying tension and brewing frustration behind the scenes. It's evident that there's a rift in team chemistry and leadership, with not everyone seeing eye to eye on how things should be managed.
Look at the frustration oozing out of Kamilla Cardoso. She gets a switch, Natasha Cloud, she's posting her up. We can't get an entry pass to...
Earlier this month, Kamilla Cardoso made a statement that stunned the WNBA community. She boldly declared Caitlin Clark as the league's most promising player, a comment that went beyond mere candor. It subtly downplayed her teammate Angel Reese, who has publicly tussled with Clark's rapid rise since their college days. Cardoso reaffirmed her opinion, emphasizing Clark's historic impact and her ability to boost entire leagues with her magnetic talent. This daring statement not only highlighted the increasing recognition of Clark's dominance, but also shed light on the underlying tensions within the team, a fierce competition for recognition and respect that is fueling internal divides.
Most promising player in the league, apart from you. And that is obviously what she was asked. This is what she said to that. This is what she answered to that question.
Liga tirando você.
Caitlin Clark.
For Reese, whose preseason games attracted fewer viewers than a typical middle school recital, while Clark packed arenas worldwide and sold out crowds, Cardoso's comments struck a nerve. The stark contrast between the two couldn't be more obvious. The Indiana Fever's franchise cornerstone is averaging an impressive 24.7 points and 9.2 assists per game, pushing her team closer to playoff contention. In contrast, Reese is struggling with a shooting percentage of just 29%, turning the ball over an average of 4.3 times per game, and having difficulty completing even basic post moves against opponents half her size. Cardoso's praise for Clark wasn't just about acknowledging her incredible talent. It was a pointed critique of Reese's stagnation and her perceived self-centered focus. It's a subtle but unmistakable statement about where the league's future stars are emerging and who is truly leading the pack.
Cardoso, I am upset with how this offense is looking. If I'm Kamilla Cardoso, I'm upset that I still can't manage to get an entry pass. If I'm Kamilla Cardoso, I'm upset that I still need to deal with this type of amateurism in the WNBA. The Angel Reese shoot, miss, shoot, miss, shoot, miss, shoot, miss, shoot, miss experiment. Okay, this is where Kamilla Cardoso, look, pass it out. Look at Kamilla Cardoso on the bottom of your screen here. Pass it out, kick it out. Let me shoot a midi. How many attempts do we need?
The Chicago Sky's 2025 season has descended into turmoil, with tensions boiling over between star forwards Kamilla Cardoso and Angel Reese. After their fourth consecutive loss to the Phoenix Mercury, Reese posted a disappointing 13 points and 15 rebounds in the lopsided 94-89 defeat. But it was Cardoso's recent comments praising Caitlin Clark's exceptional talent, along with visible signs of frustration towards Reese on the court, that uncovered deep rifts within the team. This isn't just a rough patch. It signals an identity crisis for a franchise that heavily depended on the Reese-Cardoso duo to define its future. Now, the team faces burning questions about leadership, teamwork, and whether they can recover from this internal chaos and salvage their season before it's too late.
Reese had one of these double-doubles that doesn't translate to victories. And the WNBA is celebrating it today. And she put up one of the most baffling shots I've ever seen in my life last night. She literally put a shot up looking away from the basket and just flung it up over her head. All the while, she had perimeter shooters open, and Kamilla Cardoso, who, by the way, had a hell of a game last night, a hell of an efficient game last night, was come running in under the basket. And
The Chicago Sky's 2025 season has spiraled into utter chaos, marking their 4th straight loss in a heartbreaking 94-89 nail-biter against the Phoenix Mercury. Watching Cardoso during the game, it was painfully obvious she was emotionally checked out, as if she wished she could be anywhere else but on the court. And honestly, who could blame her? She publicly praised Caitlin Clark as a once-in-a-generation talent, while her teammate Angel Reese looked utterly lost in a chaotic free-for-all, transforming basketball into an unrecognizable, almost interpretive dance. The simmering tensions between the two stars have been bubbling beneath the surface, and this latest loss only intensified the fracture. Reese entered the season brimming with confidence, expecting to lead the team to greatness, only to discover that confidence without cohesion is hollow. Their 0-4 start isn't just bad, it's historically catastrophic, tying the franchise's worst ever beginning. This isn't just a rough patch, it's a full-blown crisis, exposing deep-rooted issues with leadership, chemistry, and the very identity of the team. Meanwhile, Cardoso's frustration has been mounting from the sideline, like a master chef watching someone burn water. The Sky faces an urgent need to regroup before their season slips even further out of control, risking everything they've built.
Do you know that coming into this game, the Chicago Sky didn't have a single player averaging double figures? How the hell does that even happen? How the hell does that even happen? Y'all didn't have a single player averaging double figures. That is embarrassing. That is ridiculous. How are you even considered a...
But here's where the drama escalates to a whole new level. Cardoso didn't just give a casual compliment, she explicitly praised Caitlin Clark, a player who embodies everything Angel Reese aspires to be, yet perhaps never will. That's not just praise. It's a subtle yet sharp provocation, a declaration of underlying tension disguised as admiration. It's like telling your roommate that their ex was actually pretty cool right after they're seen crying into a pint of ice cream. The timing and audacity of her words add an extra layer of sting, making the moment even more loaded with implications. Meanwhile, the chaos in Chicago shows no sign of easing. Cardoso, a genuine basketball talent, clearly understands that intelligence and skill are crucial on the court. In stark contrast, Reese seems caught in a confusing identity crisis, trying desperately to prove she's more than just a rebounding machine. Her attempts at leadership often come off as frantic rather than focused. She's been shuffled across the court more times than a pawn in a chess match, switching from power forward to running point guard, probably because the coaching staff thought, what if we let the player who struggles with shooting run the offense? Watching this unfold feels like trying to fix a leaky faucet with a sledgehammer, technically addressing the issue, but risking making things worse in the process.
I still believe that they're not giving Kamilla enough touches. I think that they give up on her too easily. I think when she steals, they literally can't get her the ball, and it's very confusing to me. And then when they do get her the ball, they throw it at her shin and get pissed at her when she's 6'7". Throw it up there. I mean, she's 6'7". Throw it up there.
Coach Tyler Marsh stepped into his new role with the optimism of a first-time parent, eager to transform Angel Reese into a complete basketball superstar. He envisioned her as a versatile leader, creating space, facilitating plays, and confidently guiding the team. But the reality has been starkly different. Instead of blooming into the dynamic, multi-dimensional weapon Marsh imagined, Reese often struggles with consistency, makes questionable decisions, and displays body language that hints at uncertainty about her role. It's like expecting someone who burns toast to run a 5-star restaurant, ambitious but far from realistic. Marsh's vision of her as a multifaceted threat has yet to come to life. Instead, Reese has become the basketball equivalent of a Swiss Army knife with broken tools, disorganized and unreliable. Rather than being the flexible, dependable presence Marsh wanted, she appears trapped in a confusing phase, trying to prove herself but frequently falling short. It's a tough reality check for both coach and player, revealing just how difficult it is to turn raw potential into consistent, high-level performance on the court.
Mercury did not play well. The Mercury didn't play well at all. Y'all just wasn't good enough to put them away. I don't know what y'all gonna do, bro. I don't know what y'all gonna do. Y'all are 0-4. Y'all just blew a 15-point lead to a team that wasn't playing well at all. Tyler Marsh, Tyler Marsh, I own a few businesses. If you need some work around the All-Star break, if you need a jobby job, keep the vision. We got you. I got some work for you. You ain't gonna be no decision maker, cause you ain't gonna be no boss or nothing. But I help a brother out, cause the way this going, oh, you gonna be looking for employment soon, brother.
Meanwhile, Cardoso has been exemplifying a level of professionalism that's genuinely admirable, even as she harbors deep internal fury. Multiple reports highlight her intensely negative body language whenever Reese falls into her familiar pattern of missed shots and reluctance to pass. During a particularly excruciating moment against the New York Liberty, Cardoso literally began walking toward the other end of the court, unable to endure witnessing what was quickly becoming a basketball catastrophe. That's more than mere annoyance. It's a clear sign she's reached her breaking point, probably sensing it had been about 3 Angel Reese possessions too late. One of the most telling aspects of this entire basketball saga is that Cardoso didn't casually mention Caitlin Clark by chance. She did it with purpose, fully aware of the message she was sending. She's a player exhausted by mediocrity, fed up with talent being wasted, and worn out by pretending that effort without results deserves recognition. When she brought up Clark without hesitation, it wasn't just a random comment. It was a calculated statement about what true basketball excellence looks like. And let's be honest, everyone in Chicago is thinking it, but hesitating to admit it. Cardoso is right. Clark has transformed every arena she enters into a basketball sanctuary, elevating the game to an art form. Meanwhile, Reese has turned the United Center into a mausoleum of missed opportunities, a stark symbol of potential unfulfilled and chaos reigning on what should be the court of champions.
I feel so bad for Cardoso because she's being outshined from everything other than basketball, just from the double-doubles and the Clark beef from last year. And Cardoso's really a better basketball player. She just is. And she's not getting the looks that she needs. And I think this duo could work out. I really think it could. But I'm telling you, bro, like, I just feel like Cardoso's going to want to trade soon. She's just too new to be.
The Sky's recent collapse against Phoenix perfectly highlights their ongoing struggles. They blew a 16-point lead, a margin that in Angel Reese's world might feel like an everyday reality. Cardoso stepped up with 16 points and 9 rebounds, demonstrating a clear understanding that basketball is fundamentally a team sport. Reese recorded her usual double-double, 13 points and 15 rebounds. But anyone paying attention could see that individual stats without wins are meaningless, like participation trophies with numbers. Rookie head coach Tyler Marsh, brought in for his championship experience as an assistant with the Las Vegas Aces, now faces mounting pressure just 4 games into his tenure. His offensive system, built on ball movement and three-point shooting, has crumbled under Reese's tendency to dominate the ball and create chaos. The Sky are now dead, last in assists, 16.2 per game, and turnovers, 18.3, a stark indicator of Marsh's inability to control his star player. It's a tough lesson. No matter how well designed your plays are, you cannot coach basketball IQ into a player who lacks it. Marsh has been moving Reese around the court like furniture, hoping a change of scenery might unlock some hidden potential. But that strategy is misguided. Fundamental issues can't be fixed simply by shifting positions or superficial changes. True progress demands core adjustments, discipline, and a team-first mindset, things that cannot be achieved through quick fixes or superficial tweaks. The Sky's season hangs in the balance, and real change is long overdue.
Do you know how ass you gotta be? And I'm not blaming no players tonight. Do you know how ass you gotta be to blow a 16-point lead? I don't give a Thompson over there getting buckets. I don't give a Molly over there getting buckets. Get the win. And the reason I said I'm not blaming no players, because this is a very successful night for the two bigs. 16 points, 9 rebounds. She had 4 assists. Angel had a couple assists. You already putting offensive pressure on this team, and the fact they still have to go out there and play defense, which they did.
The most ironic part of this entire saga is watching Reese's supporters desperately try to spin the chaos into something positive, claiming she's learning, growing, and adapting. Meanwhile, Cardoso stands in the background, like a woman watching someone try to sell her water flowing uphill. At some point, potential without tangible results becomes nothing more than a participation trophy. And trophies, after all, don't win games. Cardoso's public praise for Clark isn't just insightful basketball analysis. It's a calculated masterclass in professional shade. She's essentially telling the world, this is what elite basketball looks like, even as her teammate continues to poorly demonstrate what it doesn't. General Manager Jeff Paggio's response? Calling the team's performance disappointing is like describing the Titanic's sinking as a minor shipping delay. Despite adding seasoned veterans like Courtney Vandersloot, Kia Nurse, and Ariel Atkins to bring leadership and stability, even the most experienced professionals can't fix a teammate who treats basketball like a personal highlight reel, interrupted by commercial breaks. The Sky's season feels like it's teetering on the brink, and no quick fix can mask the fundamental issues at play.
Chicago has to fix their veteran leadership in the post. They went and got veteran guards, hoping that the guards would mask the problem, but all they did was put a bad makeup job on it. Right now, Chicago fans are going to have to be patient. And I'm seeing a lot of people saying that, I can't wait till Angel gets out of Chicago. And to a certain extent, I agree. Angel would not be a starter if she went to any other team with a strong post player. Angel is going to be going through a very rough 3 to 4 years of this rookie contract. But Chicago...
What makes this situation especially spicy is that Cardoso's comment about Clark emerged from a Brazilian interview, indicating she felt comfortable enough to speak candidly when she believed the Chicago basketball scene wasn't paying attention. That's when the true story unfolds. If she hadn't been performance-driven, she could have named any player or given a diplomatic answer, but instead, she highlighted the one athlete who embodies everything her teammate isn't: efficient, goal-oriented, and genuinely elite. The signs are unmistakable in Chicago. Missed shots and blown leads tell a story of a team desperately searching for its identity, desperately trying to find a way forward. And Coach Tyler Marsh is learning a harsh lesson. Coaching Angel Reese is like trying to teach calculus to someone still counting on their fingers. Meanwhile, Cardoso is realizing that raw talent alone cannot compensate for a stubborn lack of basketball IQ. It's a tough pill to swallow, but sometimes more than ability is needed to truly succeed. And somewhere in Indiana, Caitlin Clark is probably watching this chaos unfold, quietly thanking the basketball gods that she ended up on a team that truly understands what it takes to win. It's a stark contrast. One team lost in the chaos and another quietly thriving in the art of excellence.
Can't really see any reason why somebody would necessarily say that Kamilla Cardoso is wrong with what she's saying, because for me, it's almost as good as being fact what she is saying right now. Let's be real. It's not far off being literal fact that the best young player in the WNBA is Caitlin Clark. Like, again, Caitlin Clark put up stats that if she put them up in NCAA, she might have won national player.
The Sky's season is rapidly transforming into a cautionary tale. What happens when potential collides with harsh reality, and reality wins decisively by a 30-point margin? Cardoso's praise for Clark isn't just about basketball talent. It's a sharp, subtle public acknowledgement of the widening gap between her teammates' performances and true excellence. Tired of carrying the offensive burden and watching her teammates falter, Cardoso's comments reveal her deep frustration and perhaps a hint of betrayal. 4 games into what was supposed to be Chicago's redemption season, fans are witnessing an unfiltered basketball intervention. Cardoso has clearly run out of patience, sharply criticizing her teammates' reputation and sending a powerful message to the league. This isn't the basketball she dreams of or believes in. The burning question now: can the Sky salvage this season? Or will Cardoso seek a trade to a team that values genuine talent? Meanwhile, Reese's window is closing fast. The WNBA doesn't wait for potential, it consumes it. Angel Reese isn't just being outplayed by Caitlin Clark. She's being exposed by her own teammates' honesty and growing frustration. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe. See you in the next one.